Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my opposition review featuring two Arsenal fans either side of me. Yes, I'm being sandwiched by two Arsenal fans and it's not a very nice thing for me to be feeling as of now, but anyways, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Mitchell.
I'm McKaylee.
Since Arsenal were home, I'm gonna let you guys talk first and then I'll give you my thoughts on the game itself. So who wants to go first? I don't mind. You can go first.
I'll go first.
Go on. So what did you think of the game?
I think it was a good game for Arsenal. When at the fall to whistle, we were pressing, and that's what we needed to.
Yeah,
to
you had like five. Whenever one of our key players had the ball, you had like five players on us.
Yeah.
I saw a match of the day. They had, whenever there was this moment in the first half when we were attacking,
Yeah.
when we're going from right to left. There were five players on. I believe it was Eden Hazard who actually had to come really deep in order to get the
Yeah.
ball, which is Sarri's fault by the way. He needs to stop playing them up front. But there were five players on him, and he had the ball, and they all just boxed him in, and they got the. Let me just say this now. Let me just keep it simple and say that Arsenal's pressing was incredible. That's all I can say. Arsenal's pressing throughout the entire game was incredible. Continue.
Yeah. And then we scored some good goals. The first one was good.
Yeah, your goals.
Yeah. Well, the second one could have been could have defended.
To be honest, both of them could have been defended
Yeah,
better. But
yeah.
your first one, that was a good goal. But your second one,
Mm.
there were five players. There were five players on Koscielny. I'm gonna give you those five players now. David Luiz, Antonio Rudiger, Mateo Kovacic, Jorginho, and I can't remember who the fifth one was. But there were five. Oh yeah, it was Marcos Alonso. So let me start again. Marcos Alonso, David Luiz, Antonio Rudiger, Jorginho, and Mateo Kovacic were all on Koscielny, and they just let him peel off him like that. And it wasn't even a header. It came off his shoulder.
Yeah. What was that?
It came off his shoulder. Both goals were scored in the first half, and to be honest, Arsenal didn't really need to do much in the second half because when you're boxed into a corner, i.e., when you're sitting back and not doing anything, and you concede, you give the team who scored goals a very good chance of not needing to do much in the second half, and that's pretty much what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Arsenal didn't even need to do much in the second half. To be honest, Arsenal they sat back and defended for the majority of the second half. It was professional from them, but from us, we should have gone forward a lot more than we did. And what really baffled me is that we had our first shot on target in the 82nd minute, and it came from Ross Barkley, and he didn't even start the game. So that tells you something. Maurizio Sarri his substitutions need to be far quicker, and he needs to stop playing Eden Hazard up front. He can play up front. I'm not going to deny that, but that's not his best position. It's not his best position. And I'm sorry. There's another thing that I'm not gonna tolerate from Maurizio Sarri. Before, I can't remember what game it was, but I believe it was just before we played Tottenham Hotspur in the first leg of the semi-final. He was complaining about Cesc Fabregas going, and that he's complaining that we didn't have a replacement for Cesc Fabregas, but he still let him go anyway. And then before the game yesterday, he was complaining that Jorginho's tired. That's your fault. That's your fault. It's your fault.
That's true.
You let him go. So don't complain that you don't have a replacement when Jorginho's tired. It's as simple as that. Anything else you need to say on the game? To be honest, like I said already in my review, Arsenal thoroughly deserved the win. If you want to continue.
Yeah, so the team played very well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they did. I didn't expect us to really play well against Chelsea because they're a really good team, but at the moment they're in a mess.
Yep.
Lacazette, I liked his goal, really nice because last season he probably would have missed that or something, but this season he's much more on fire. He's much more suited to the Premier League. The second goal, Koscielny's goal, it was good, but he could have maybe headed it. It was kind of a ish goal, if I would say.
That goal should not have happened. There was a bit of what's the word? There's a bit of controversy surrounding the free kick in which led to Arsenal's second goal. When I saw it back, I thought that it was not a free kick because David Luiz clearly got the ball, but he did follow through and get the player. So I do understand why it was given. However, it's not a foul. It's as simple as that. It's a shame that the rules have changed because a few years ago that would not have been a foul. However, the free kick was given, and like I said earlier, there were 5 players on Laurent Koscielny, and they still allowed him to peel off them and score that goal.
Something else.
You know what? I'm gonna give you my thoughts because
Wait, should we do man of the matches?
it's up to you. Who do you think your man of the match was?
I think it was. I have to say, Lacazette, man.
Who's your man of the match?
For me, it was Laurent Koscielny.
To be honest, I think those two are the best players on the pitch. Do you know who I felt sorry for? I felt sorry for 3 players, maybe 4. I felt sorry for Kepa. The goals were not his fault, and anyone who does blame him for the 2 goals, you're wrong. I felt sorry for Hazard because he was being played out of position and he kept drifting into the left wing position. He was actually doing more from the left hand side of the front 3 than he was doing up front. I also felt sorry for N'Golo Kante because he had far too much to do because everyone else around him was just giving the ball away. And I also felt kind of sorry for Pedro because he was trying as well. But other than that, we were shocking. It's as simple as that. I mentioned Jorginho already, and I'm going to mention him again. You two know what I think of Jorginho. Yeah. I do like him as a player, but Sarri loves him too much. I mean, Ramsey didn't. He did a job on him. It's as simple as that. He did a job on him. He made him look like an average player. Yeah. He is a good player. He does play well when it's going his way, but when it's not, the whole team just collapses, and that's something that Sarri really needs to change. I think if a few games ago, I can't remember when it was, but he said that N'Golo Kante is not how do I say this? He's not the best player technically, so that's why he doesn't put him in the middle of that midfield 3. Wow. But how do you know that it wouldn't work if you don't try it out? I mean, it makes no sense.
Last season, Kante, he was bossing that midfield.
Yeah, he was bossing the midfield. He occasionally played in the middle of that midfield 3 whenever we played a 3-5-2, that is, or he'd sometimes play just ahead of Bakayoko alongside Fabregas. But for me, I think that he needs to at least try it out before he makes sweeping statements like that, because Maurizio Sarri just seems to be really stubborn. I'm gonna let you two go through your thoughts on each individual player for Arsenal. I'm gonna do mine first. Kepa, I thought had a really, really good game. Nothing was his fault. He kept the score down. Arsenal could have embarrassed us if it wasn't for him, and to be honest, they still did. Azpilicueta, I didn't think he had a good game, but I think he was the best player in our back 4. Antonio Rudiger wasn't at his best. I don't think he had a great game at all. Although he did stop Arsenal from getting through on a few occasions. David Luiz, I felt the same about him. I don't think he had too good of a game, although he did. I don't even know what to say about the back 4. Although David Luiz, he didn't really do much. So yeah, and then there's Marcos Alonso, who I thought had a terrible game. Bellerin had him on toast. Like I said, after I did my team sheet reaction, I was not confident because I saw Arsenal's fullbacks, Kolasinac and Bellerin. As soon as I saw them as soon as I saw that they were going to be starting, I knew that we were in trouble because Marcos Alonso, I love him. I love every Chelsea player, but he's not the quickest fullback. Getting into the midfield now, Jorginho. I'm not going to say anything about him. I'm just going to move on. Yeah. Kante, I felt sorry for him. He had a decent game. He tried his hardest. He did give the ball away a few times. He did commit a few fouls, but what was he meant to do when the other two midfielders around him weren't having the best of games? And that leads me into Mateo Kovacic. Not a good game from him. Didn't do much. Did give the ball away a few times. Was caught out a few times as well. He got pressed very heavily as well. Like I said, Arsenal had those boxes where they trapped our players in and just won the ball back. That happened to him quite a lot in the game yesterday as well. Now moving on to the front three, starting off with Pedro. Again, I felt sorry for him. He tried his hardest. He missed that chance towards the end of the first half. Unlucky from him. Eden Hazard, I felt sorry for him. He's not a centre forward or a striker or whatever you want to go with. Stop playing him there. Just put him in the left wing position, please. Just do it. Just do it. Just put him in the left wing position. I mean, if you're not gonna go with a striker, if you're not, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
But if you know it's not working, then why are you so reluctant to change it? He took a very long time to change it. I mean, there's something that I've noticed about Sarri. He never makes halftime changes. I don't understand why he doesn't do that. I mean, it was clear at the end of the first half that we needed a striker on the pitch, but he took until, I believe it was somewhere between the 60th and the 70th minute to bring him on. And even when he came on, he didn't really do much. But by saying that, my point is that you never know what he could have done if he came on earlier. Now moving on to Willian, and he had a shocking game. It's as simple as that. He was poor. Moving on to the substitutions, Barkley came on, Giroud came on, and Callum Hudson-Odoi came on. And I thought that all three of them actually tried to change the game. However, Maurizio Sarri should have brought all three of them on earlier on. I think that if you're gonna, like I said earlier, he needs to make halftime changes. But that's it for my thoughts on the individual players. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So Leno, he had a decent game, but he didn't really have much to do because I think we stopped Chelsea at playing the game.
I'm going to stop you there for a second.
Okay.
Did he even have a save to make?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Shawnee, really good game. I'm happy with him, but he has to do it on a consistent basis because if he does not perform in other games, then it will just be a one-off performance. Socrates, I'm really happy with him as well. He had a really good game. He's the heart of our defence, and I'm really liking him. Hector Bellerin, he played really well today. It's a shame that he got injured. Hopefully he gets well.
Today.
Yesterday. Sorry. Yesterday.
Continue.
I wish him well in his comeback for injury. It's going to be a long way to go. Yeah. Kolasinac, he played really well. I'm happy with him as well, but he just has to stay consistent.
Good thing he didn't injure our players because he tends to do that when he plays against us. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
Did you see the way he barged Pedro? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a strong lad. Xhaka, he had a decent game. He was alright. Not the best, but not the worst. Torreira, he just does what he does. Yeah. But he did lose the ball a couple of times, but
not that it mattered.
Yeah, it didn't matter that much. What do you think, McKay?
Next player,
Guendouzi.
Yeah. He done well. Going forward was really good. Yeah, spelling the passes and doing what he has to do. Next player.
Ramsey. Who's playing in the attacking midfield position.
Yeah.
Just behind your two strikers.
Yeah. Ramsey, he just does what he does. He done that on Jorginho.
Yeah. Like I said earlier on in this video, he did a job on him. Continue.
Yeah. He was passing around and everything, and then next guy, Aubameyang, he was running his legs off, man. Freaking hell. He done a great job. He had that overhead kick for a win.
He stepped it up the game against Chelsea because last week against West Ham, he didn't really perform, and he was like, and Lacazette. Yeah, I'm happy with him. What he did was brilliant goal.
Yeah, he bullied us, man.
Yeah.
He bullied he bullied our defenders. He was all over our back four as well. He was causing Alonso trouble. He was causing Cesar Azpilicueta trouble. He was causing our two centre backs trouble. He was all over the pitch as well. He scored a brilliant goal. Although I believe that goal could have been easily prevented, it was still a goal. It was still a good goal. But he didn't even need to play the whole game in order to have an impact on the game, because obviously he got the goal and he was causing us trouble as well.
Substitutions.
Your subs were
Maitland-Niles and
oh yeah.
They brought pace. Maitland-Niles and freaking Iwobi. Yeah, they brought on pace to tire out a few more Chelsea players. Yeah, they did what they did. But
and then
they're still young. They still need to learn.
I thought that your changes were actually fairly defensive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Which because obviously he had the 2-0 lead, so he obviously wanted to seal the game and just go home with the 3 points, which is obviously what he did. And to be honest, I thought that was a very professional performance from Arsenal, a very shocking one from us. We deserved what we got, which was nothing. We didn't even look like scoring. We only had one shot on target. We had the same amount of shots as Arsenal did. They had 4 more shots on target. In comparison to us, we had more of the ball. We made more passes, but that's the problem. Our passing is sideways and backwards. We used to mock Arsenal for their sideways and backwards passing, but we karma is a real bitch, isn't it? I don't like using that word, but it really is. Karma's bitten us on the arse.
True.
Because yesterday, and in a few other games as well, we were passing the ball sideways and backwards. There was a lack of penetration. We kept going through the middle. In my video where I give you 4 things in which we needed to do in order to beat Arsenal, I did say that we needed to go down their wings. We barely did that. And the reason why I'm frustrated at that is because they only had one set of wide players. They only had their fullbacks there, and we still didn't hit them. We still didn't hit them. They got your fullback. If anything, your fullbacks were the ones who caused our wide players trouble. I don't know how. Maybe it's because your midfield players helped them out. Because obviously when you're playing a system that involves one set of wide players and three midfielders. Sorry, your midfielders would normally go out and help them. Your midfielders would normally double up and stop our wide players or our fullbacks from going from overlapping. But we really had trouble yesterday. We were shocking.
Can I say something? I would like to say Guendouzi he's a young up-and-coming player and he's doing really well this season. He just has to keep on going. He's got a big future.
Yeah, he's a good player. He causes trouble as well, but overall, we were shocking. I don't even know what else to say. In terms of our game against Tottenham next week, I am not confident at all. I know you two would probably want us to win, but I'm sorry, but I don't think we'll do you a lot of favour because Maurizio Sarri, he's incredibly stubborn. Yeah. He doesn't really change things. I mean, when he was at Napoli, I'm sure you'll know this, but when he was at Napoli, he didn't really make many changes, and towards the end of the season, the players got tired, and that was probably the reason why they couldn't catch Juventus.
He done the same thing with Dries Martin's false line. Yeah. He just came into Chelsea and done the same thing.
He needs to stop playing Hazard as a false nine, but at the same time, we need to sign a striker because this is becoming tedious.
I think you have. I think you've actually signed Higuain on the loan deal. I think.
Yeah, but he's not good enough. In my opinion.
That's the problem. A loan deal.
Why don't you just keep Batshuayi, man?
Yeah, why don't we just
play him?
I have recently.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, why don't we just bring them both back? Because we have 4 strikers, but obviously neither of them are at the club at the moment. So, to be honest, we can't complain because we can't complain about not having enough strikers if we haven't even used all the strikers we actually have.
Batshuayi, I think he got recalled back, but apparently he's gonna go.
Yeah, to Monaco.
He's gonna go to
And
Monaco.
apparently Morata's leaving. Apparently,
I don't know if that's on loan or not.
I think it's permanent.
I'm sorry, but you lot know that I love Morata.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's been at his best in this during this season so far. But he hasn't even had a full season yet, and he hasn't even been at the club for 2 years. So give him a chance. He wasn't even on the bench yesterday, and he hasn't even featured in our last 2 games because of Hazard playing as a false nine. And that's another thing. He keeps bringing on Callum Hudson-Odoi very late on in the game, and he keeps starting with 3 wingers. I'm sorry, Hazard deserves to start. Pedro deserves to start in that right wing position over Willian, and I'm sorry, Willian does not deserve to start. He's been really poor in recent games. But knowing Maurizio Sarri, he's just gonna keep doing it. He's gonna keep doing it until our players' legs drop off. Another thing, what does Emerson need to do in order to get a game? I love Alonso, but he's not been great recently, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon where I'm saying Alonso out or calling him Alonso because I'm not like that. Emerson needs to start. He needs to start against Tottenham. If he doesn't, then I don't know what to think. But yeah, Arsenal have beaten us by 2-0. They thoroughly deserve the win. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
We just have to keep on playing, and hopefully we reach the top 4 this year. If not, then we'll just go out for the Europa League. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
But yeah, Arsenal have beaten Chelsea by 2-0. A professional performance from them. A very terrible one from us. They're now 3 points behind us. Our next fixture is Tottenham. Your next fixture is Cardiff, I think it is.
At home. We should win that one.
Yeah, you should. So that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll put a link to both of their channels in the description box below. And I'll see you very soon. We'll maybe do some player ratings if you want. But yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
It's alright. The best team won. The worst team lost. I don't even know what else to say. So I'm just gonna end it. I'll see you all very soon. Come on, you Blues. Hopefully we beat Tottenham in midweek.
Come on, you can do it, man.
I'm sure you both want us to win.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I don't think that we'll be able to do you two any favours. But it is at Stamford Bridge, so the crowd will be behind us. But will that be enough?
We'll see.
We'll just have to see. But that's the end of